This is what Chicago Bears fans have been waiting for. With the chaos and excitement that define our team, we've got some hot news you won't want to miss. A new destination for a veteran receiver. The Jaguars have made a bold move, bringing on a wideout who's faced his share of challenges here in Chicago. With a key player for Jacksonville out for the season due to injury, this acquisition might be just what they need to stay in the hunt. But what's the real impact going to be on the team? Stay tuned, because what's coming could be more explosive than you think. A rookie tackle's debut that left everyone talking. After a starter went down with an injury, a young tackle was thrown into the fire during his first game. Despite a few hiccups, his performance was more than promising. But will it be enough to hold the Bears' offensive line together against tough competition? The coming weeks are crucial, and every play matters. Don't go anywhere, because we're diving deep into the key moments that could define his future in the NFL. A closing week that could be a game changer for the Bears. With two critical games on the horizon, the pressure is palpable. Can the Bears dig in and prove they're ready for battle? With decisions that could change the game at every corner of the field, the fans are on the edge of their seats. Sticking with us is a must, because we're breaking down how every move could be the one that takes the Bears back to glory. Remember, if you're digging what you're hearing, subscribe and give us a like. Your support is what keeps us going, bringing you the best news and analysis about our Bears. Let's go, Chicago. Let's get straight to the point. Today, I've got a shocking story that's shaking up the Chicago Bears community and the NFL as a whole. What's going on with Velus Jones? Let me tell you this. After being cut by the Bears, he's now joining the Jaguars. Reports say that the Jacksonville Jaguars, struggling with the loss of Christian Kirk for the entire season and a sidelined Brian Thomas Jr., are looking to bolster their receiving core and have decided to sign Velus Jones. So, I ask you, is this a good move for his career? Or is it just another failed attempt by the Bears to develop talent? Jones didn't have the impact we were hoping for in Chicago. With only 12 receptions over 2 years, many are questioning whether it was really worth keeping him on the roster. He was mainly known for his work in the return game, and I gotta say, he was effective. He averaged over 27 yards per return in his first 2 seasons. But is that enough? Should he have had more chances as a receiver? In 2022 and 2023, he ranked 7th and 5th in return yards, respectively. But as you know, the Bears decided to overhaul their kicking game, leaving him with no opportunities this season. He only had 1 chance in the return game. But here's the kicker. Despite his experience, he couldn't carve out a spot on the Bears' offense. It was a backfield experiment that just didn't pan out. Rushing for a touchdown as a rookie is great, but he only had 2 carries in his second year. Isn't it frustrating to see a player with so much potential struggle to find his place on the team? Now, the Jaguars are taking a shot on him. But can he really contribute something significant to their offense? With Gabe Davis and others in the mix, I think Jones will have to prove he can do more than just return kicks. The fact that he's in a situation where the receivers are banged up could be his chance to shine. So here's the big question. Will this be a comeback for Velus Jones in Jacksonville? Or just another example of wasted talent? I want to hear what you think. Drop your comments below. Are you ready to see if Jones can finally show what he's worth? Let's talk about this. And to wrap it up, here's a provocative question for you. Did the Bears make the right call letting him go, or will they regret it down the line? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about what happened with Kiran Amegadjie in his debut as left tackle for the Chicago Bears. Let me tell you, it was an emotional roller coaster. Why? Because while I wouldn't say the offensive line played great, it also wasn't the total disaster we saw in other games, like that one against the Texans. So let's dive into this. Now, I ask you, can Amegadjie handle the pressure of being the starter on the blind side? Braxton Jones is out with a knee injury and could be sidelined for 1 to 2 weeks. If he doesn't play, will Kiran be the one to step up? Or maybe Larry Borom if they can clear space on the roster? But let's be real. These next 2 games are crucial for the Bears if they genuinely want to contend for a playoff spot. The question is, can they survive with Amegadjie on the offensive line? Looking at the game tape, I noticed some interesting things. For example, in his early reps, Amegadjie showed discipline by not biting on the bait when the Commanders showed a blitz. Here we see that, even as a rookie, he managed to keep his composure and faced his opponent with confidence. But oh boy, he also made some rookie mistakes that are totally correctable. At one key moment, he looked a bit surprised by the speed of the rusher. Now, let me tell you, it's not easy to play in this league, especially in a loud, high-pressure environment. Not only was this his first game, but he also came from a league where silence is the norm. Here, he had to adapt quickly, and yes, he fell short in some fundamental aspects. But hey, we can't forget he was up against a defense that has been pretty solid this season. If Amegadjie trains more with the first team and hones his technique, I think he has a lot of potential. The truth is, today's mistakes don't define his career. If we can polish those skills, he could become a significant asset for the Bears. But now I ask you, are you ready to trust a rookie in such a critical moment of the season? To wrap up, I want you to think about this. Amegadjie was exposed in his debut, but it wasn't for lack of effort. It was just a case of a rookie trying to adapt to a much faster and more demanding game. Do you believe that with more time and practice, he can improve? The Bears are at a crossroads, and how they handle the offensive line in the coming weeks could define the direction of the season. So Bears fans, what's your take? Do you think Amegadjie can be the answer on the offensive line, or should we be looking for alternatives? Let me know in the comments. Have you all noticed what's been happening with the Chicago Bears lately? What a roller coaster of a season it's been. With a promising start of 4-2, we now find ourselves facing the harsh reality after that painful loss to the Washington Commanders. But today, I want to dive into a hot topic that has many fans scratching their heads: the choice of the wrong receiver in the first round of the 2024 draft. So let me ask you this: did they really make the right call by picking Rome Odunze with the 9th overall pick? A lot of folks are saying no. And as you all know, in the world of football, draft decisions are crucial, and this one could cost them big time. While Odunze has had a slow start, another receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., picked at 23 by the Jaguars, is lighting it up with performances that make Odunze's selection look like a monumental mistake. I'm telling you, Thomas has racked up 33 receptions for 574 yards and 5 touchdowns so far, leading all rookie receivers. What does that mean for the Bears? A missed opportunity. Caleb Williams, the rookie quarterback, has had his moments, but let's be honest, his passing numbers just aren't enough to get this team to the playoffs. I believe the offense needs more than a couple good plays. They need a receiver who can be a real threat from day one. With only 20 receptions, 287 yards, and 1 touchdown, Odunze has fallen short in that department. His performance so far has left fans wondering if he can really become an alpha receiver in this league. But why did they make this mistake in the first place? This is where the team's strategy comes into play. In a run-heavy offensive system, you need a receiver who can get open and create opportunities. And unfortunately, Odunze hasn't been able to do that. The decision to overlook Thomas, who has clearly proven to be an effective weapon, is tough to swallow. What do you think? Was the Bears front office too focused on their vision for the offense, ignoring what was available on the board? It's still early in the season, and we all know football can be unpredictable. Odunze still has time to prove he can turn this narrative around. Now, I'm asking you, Bears fans, do you have faith that Rome Odunze will become an elite receiver in the future? Or do you think the Bears are falling behind for not selecting Brian Thomas Jr.? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments down below. Hey Bears fans, today we've been discussing a crucial decision. Did the Bears make the right call by letting Velus Jones go, or will they regret it later? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? Was it a smart move or a mistake? Drop your comments below, and let's make this debate lively. Now, let's talk about the offensive line. Do you believe Amegadjie could be the answer we need, or should we explore other alternatives? Your perspective is invaluable to our community. Share your ideas in the comments section, because every opinion matters and is important for our team. And last but not least, I'm asking you, do you have faith that Rome Odunze will become an elite receiver in the future? Or do you think the Bears are falling behind for not selecting Brian Thomas Jr.? Your answers will help shape our future discussions and build a stronger community. So don't stay silent. Join our Bears family, subscribe to the channel, and be part of this exciting community. Together, we'll make every piece of news and every analysis count. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, and remember, go Bears!